Glad to have you with us from Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium in Greenville, North Carolina. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. And the Pirates ready to kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Owls offense will go on the attack first. And onto the field for the first time comes Easton Messer. This is the guy the entire passing game is built around. He is a big play waiting to happen.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots. Except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense,
snags it and he's open. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. Florida Atlantic races to the line.
And Reese, obviously you were talking about this guy earlier, and listen, you don't have to overthink this thing on offense, right? Just get our best playmaker the football as often as we can. And there they do a really good job of pushing it down the field. They find the matchup they wanted, David, and right out of the gate, it's an explosive play on offense.
Well, and we were so interested in talking about the matchup of this football game. Could they cover this guy? Or do they have to start doing something different, whether it's double teams, whatever they're looking to try to accomplish? So far, it's not a surprise. The offense won. Now, defensively, what's going to be my answer? Because I can't let that guy beat me for a full football game.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
That's a really great play by the defender, and we obviously know the defense gave up a ton of points there last time out. Coaching staff told us, David, they wanted to be more aggressive this game, and here you go. The opening drive of the game, great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, swatting it away, and trying to send a message to the offense.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Pirates offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And now here comes Mitch Griffiths. This offense is going to be productive. He will have to play well in this one.
And I can just tell you, man, just by watching the tape of this dude at the quarterback spot, I don't like it. And I say that, I don't like it from a defensive perspective because he's just got so much speed. He can put so much stress on a defense, and it's just one guy. Break one tackle, can take it to the house, Palmer. It's a rare combination of what this guy can do. He can just take off in the blink and kill defenses.
Must be nice, because I have no idea what it feels like, but to be able to run that fast and stress a defense, that's got to feel pretty good, at least if you're on offense, right? Because not only do you have to focus on our running back, and not only do you have to focus on all of our weapons on the perimeter, because this guy can throw and hurt you as well, but you're right. If he makes you miss and he gets in the second level, this dude is gone.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the first down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Firing to the right, complete. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Pirates getting set on 1st and 10. The lone back's got it. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Could not make his way to the corner.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
On the return, it's Garcia. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And you usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover, and defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets a block. And they'll stop him right there on the return. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Hand it to the back. Guys, let's talk big picture East Carolina. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations, and this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
The run inside. It's Allen. Nowhere to go.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the 1st down on 3rd and long. Setting up the screen. Turning it on. He headed to the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Pirates. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Florida Atlantic offense ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Runs through a tackle. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Caught behind the line. It's Henry. He breaks a tackle. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Bernard. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. 2nd and long here.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Nothing there, and he just had to throw it away.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
The Pirates will get things started here on offense. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Keeps it on the ground. There he goes. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Blasted as he lets it go. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll be stopped short of the 40, right at the 41, and this interception has given them a great opportunity. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Left side, it's Messer. Gets away from one, finds room. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
3rd and 11. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Between the hashes, it's Messer. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. That's the end of the period, and East Carolina has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. Breaks into the open, and he's brought down after a nice gain. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly. That shoulder delivers the blow. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Owls.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. Motion from the back. 2nd down, going to throw it. Flips it out in the flat. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. And the Pirates with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Right back to the well. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Connection to the right. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And you just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Holloway. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Hits inside. It's Bernard. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Wiggles free. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Got his man on the right. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a 4th down.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting it.
The give. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Pirates come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. They're going to ride this running back. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Gray. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big...
Got enough space, and he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Purple Pirates!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they stretched the lead to 13. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Hold and fire complete. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Florida Atlantic races to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he gets it away.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Looking for room. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Here comes the East Carolina offense out to start the drive. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness, and he had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it away.
Looking for space. It's Allen.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Third and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
And that's a good sign for this defense, man. The first two drives, they put scoring drives together, and they didn't get stops when they needed it. On the third downs, nice job coming up big on a third down, forcing the fourth down, and hopefully now getting off the field.
No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Leaves it in his belly. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. This time they'll throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Bernard. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Long way to go on second down. From the gun, looking for a man. Makes the catch, it's Johnson. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can...
Makes a deep grab. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Drops back on first down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
Man, textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing. You need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
They make fun of kickers saying they don't have to worry about contact, but they do in situations like that. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Inside 10 seconds to go, and the half clock reads 9. It is 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. A strike downfield. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback changing the play. Wants to throw on first. Makes the grab. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. Let's begin with the West Virginia Mountaineers taking on the number 10 team, the Utah Utes.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
It's complete on the right side. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Pirates lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Right at the line. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. You hate to see an injury any time. Holly's going to keep an eye on that and get us up to date on what the situation is. The Pirates have it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Allen. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Pirates will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And this will push the offense back as they mark it dead at the 10.
And it's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play, because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Could not make his way to the corner. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Slings it downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Great job by this defense. They started the drive with the offense backed up, in the shadow of their own end zone. Nice job being aggressive, keeping them there, and now they're going to have a chance to flip the field and really give their offense good field position.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Pirates will get things started here on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but, man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Quick give. It's Allen. Swamped immediately. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
The Pirates will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. On the move at the 30. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40.
Well, he threw a touchdown on the last drive. You saw him on the sideline talking to his play caller. Let's keep throwing it. They can't stop us. So here they are in the very...
Slips one guy, now he's loose. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab and gets the foot in bounds, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bernard. And it looks as if Florida Atlantic will have enough for the first down.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Right side, it's Messer. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. After the holding penalty, the offense will try to hang on with a 1st and 20. He's looking to pass. Makes the grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The Owls in the hurry-up. On play action. Out wide left, it's Johnson. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. In the red area, it's Bernard. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Got there right as the ball did, jarred it loose, it'll be 3rd down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Got an alley. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football?
He'll take a deep shot here. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And the Pirates with the 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Got his man. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw again. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to go up top on second down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Unloads to the right. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. The run inside. It's Allen. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The Pirates in a good spot here with second and short. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So the final period starts with a second down play. On the move, it's Allen. Touchdown ECU! They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Can't hit his man in the end zone. The 2-point conversion fails, and it remains a 5-point game here in the 4th. Here he comes from inside, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Running inside, it's Allen. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll try to get to the marker himself. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Slams it ahead. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, East Carolina. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Hey, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Coming out with it, it's Holloway. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Makes the quick grab. Uses a nifty move to work his way to the 24. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly.
And in this situation late, when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Wide receiver comes in motion. Complete on 3rd down. Oh, he got loose. Still on his feet at the 45. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
And the Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Out wide right, it's Messer. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul.
When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Off play action on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding, covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
All right, ball was incomplete, but that was a nice job up front by the offensive line. Really nice job of communicating with one another and understanding where that pass rush was coming from.
Runs for the tackle. He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be 4th down. Florida Atlantic trying to punch it in from the red zone. Needs it here on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Here comes the East Carolina offense out to start the drive. After that big stop by the defense, now they can salt this thing away. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Hits inside. It's Gray. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle, it's complete. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He'll keep it on 2nd down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with. Final quarter.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Right side, it's Gray. Turning it on. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. And the Pirates, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
From the gun, it's Lacey. Knocked down immediately. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. The Pirates line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Howie, what do you have?
Here on the Owls sideline, during that last drive, their starting quarterback set a new school record for passing yards, and the sideline made sure to celebrate him. There is so much energy, enthusiasm. They're patting him on the back, patting him on the helmet, guys. He's had to leave his helmet on because he's getting so much love and congratulations. We'll see if he can go back out there and make even more history here today. Back to you guys.
Howie, thank you. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Owls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Had to force that one.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up and make a play, and that's going to have to happen a couple of different times if you're going
to take a shot. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
And as he throws, can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee.